Welcome to the vlog. It feels so weird introducing like people into the house. So guys, today's gonna be a little bit different. We have meetings back to back for getting people ready with the allocation of Mudon's Hudayriat Golf Estates, which I think is probably the most oversupplied, overpublished launch in the whole of UAE's history, which is really great for the market right now because obviously the current situation, people's off plan, I think it's dropped by over 50% compared to last year, and the secondary market is actually what's holding the market up right now. So I've got a few calls with people in Australia that we've all put in allocations today, hence why I'm pretty chilled out dressed. And this is actually how I dress. If you follow me on TikTok, you actually realize day to day I'm always dressed chilled. It's only when I'm on face-to-face meetings I get really dressed up, or I'm in the office. Sorry about the dogs, they look a little bit disheveled. They've been at the beach. But yeah, today we are basically sitting on calls. What happens with an allocation? Have a seat, I'll explain it. So what happens with an allocation is allocations are very stressful, can I just ask? Whenever you buy a property on allocation, you don't get to choose the exact property. It comes down to you submit an EOI. So my clients and I submitted an EOI now over a week ago, and we got ready for this even before they gave the information, because how it works is it's a first come, first served basis. So we were presenting, well, I was presenting this project to them. We've been looking at Hudayriat for many months. These aren't just new clients that buy. And I must say, if you're a brand new buyer going straight, stop it, sit, no. Let me start that again. Thank you. Stop it. These, when it comes to allocations, I really wouldn't say that you are a first-time buyer when you go for them. The reason being is we actually prepare before the information is out. So if you've never bought in the UAE before, it can be very strange, it can be very stressful, you can feel like you're getting pressured into investing or buying a property. So I don't ever really recommend it. But the clients that have submitted an EOI, we've actually been already purchased on a Hudayriat estate, or we've been looking at the island now for many months, preparing for the next launch and something that fits their requirements. As I said, we submitted these over now 10 days ago. I've been given allocation for 6 beds as of tomorrow, which is before the general release, which is due on the 10th. What I'm doing today is meeting with my clients. When it comes to allocation, it's not you come in and you choose a unit. It basically, first serve, first come basis. It's like a cattle field sometimes because there's so many agents with EOIs, everyone's pushing and shoving. Hopefully tomorrow won't be like that because it's VIPs and special people that get choosing. I'm sure it'll be a lot more calm. However, my clients won't be there with me. Therefore, one of them's in Australia, one of them's here, but in case they are too busy, I need to know what their preferences around the golf course and in the 5 beds. So we've got 5 beds and 6 beds. Wherever they're looking for around the golf course and where they're looking for the 5 beds, it isn't allocated on the golf course. Now, we don't yet have the actual golf course layout, and we need to be really pernickety when choosing that 6 bed, especially. 1, it's investment. 2, we don't want near the hole because then you're going to have golf clubs in your garden, which is a big no, because as soon as you put a net up, it devalues your property. So today I'm trying to get insight on where the golf tee-offs are going to be, because that's where we'd rather be located. And then with the 5 bed, we want park facing, etc. We've got those meetings today. My sister flew in this morning, who's 16. She's just finished her exams, so she's coming to do work experience. You'll get to meet her. She's going to do a bit of work experience for me today. So last week I obviously lost my WhatsApp. We got it back. So now what we're doing is she'll be messaging people. She'll be following up with people. She's going to do some messaging on social media and LinkedIn. Do a bit of call out. Florence, come say hello. Here she is. Hi! So she's 16 and she's on work experience, aren't you? What exams did you just do?
Biology, English, maths, business, economics, and design manufacturing.
Florence is here because I said to her, when I was back home, which was at the start of the month, if you sell X amount on Vinted, you can come over to Dubai and do your work experience, and it can be a holiday as well. She flew in this morning, and what are you going to do? You're going to do a bit of work experience because she doesn't know what she wants to do when you leave school, do you?
No.
We don't know if university is worth it anymore. Florence, we've got an older sister and we went to university, but Florence is 13 years younger than me. We think, we speak about it a lot. It's a bit like, it's changed a lot since we went and now you went. And obviously Florence has been really good at making her own businesses online and doing different selling stuff and courses and whatnot. She's also the youngest in her year. So mum and dad are having a bit of issues right now deciding when she can go on a gap year or when she can travel because she's so young. But we're going to come out here and you're going to do some work calling out, aren't you?
Yeah.
Tell us what you're going to do on the phone.
Hello there.
But yeah, she's going to follow me around. When I've done a work experience at Florence's age, I went to the bank and I thought I was so cool. I used to get the train up and down to Glasgow every week. And I was like, wow, I'm really grown up. So, right, we're going to go now to the cafe. The dogs have been walked. You can see this is a Raspberry child. Blue, sit. Paw, thank you. No, that's not sit. Sit. Paw. No, Just one pull, thank you. So yeah, come along with us. We'll go to a cafe, set up shop, and we'll give Florence a few tasks. Let's see how she gets on. So we've just came to Leans into Talal Al Gaf. Florence says it looks like, what do you think it looks like?
Marbella. It's like, you know, the scenery.
I am obsessed with sitting outside. The reason being, if you come to Dubai at this time of year, it's still a nice temperature outside. It's not too hot. I personally think maybe I'm a psycho. Inside, I swear, is like a 15 to 20 degree difference, and it absolutely freezes me to the core. So until it gets humid, what I actually think kills you. This is what we're doing to get prepared. This is the Muldon interactive map, which is really, really cool. Now, this is Hudayriat Island in Abu Dhabi. You guys have all heard me speak about it, and this is what we're having our meeting on. So you can see how big this development is itself. Here we have the 6 beds, 6-bed mansions, and then 5 beds. So these are what we're getting for allocation. Now, how I was saying earlier on is we need to be careful that we're not near holes. Now, it doesn't really say where the hole is, which is a bit annoying, but basically when we want to buy, we make sure that we're not near tee-offs. But we'll need to figure that out later on. And with Calvin, who we're now speaking to, he's on the 2nd row. We're basically going to be walking through how I do it with my clients, so we kind of understand this. We want to make sure that the sun is coming out, and then this is what the actual house looks like. So if we go into the VR, this is amazing, isn't it? So these are 5 beds, which are going to be stunning. Now these are very similar to the Jury Hills and Harmonies, and right now we'd be looking to invest in this at around 1,800 dirhams, I would say roughly. That isn't a lie, I'm right, I'm thinking about the 6 beds. 1,800 dirhams for the 5 beds, 2,700 for the 6 beds. This type of property in, let's say, Talal Al Gaf, where we're sitting at now, Harmony transacts at around 2,200 to 2,500. The person that's actually investing in the 5 bed is for end use, because amount of money needed for a mortgage in Dubai, being an international, is 40%. This has been a great access for him to build up his mortgage down payment without having to put too much up front. What we'll do now is I need to upload a YouTube, which we posted last week, thumbnails, caption, also TikTok and everything else, what I usually do in the morning. Florence is doing really great on her first day. What are you doing right now?
Scrolling Instagram.
So I'm going to give Florence a few tasks as well while we have breakfast. This will be our date. Do you always, someone always, as soon as I post, there's always someone that clicks like first. I thought it was you, is it you? Oh, I must have a proper fan. You like and subscribe. Thanks. I had a goal by Q2 to have at least one video with 500 views, and we're nearly there with one of them. We've got 405 views. Here's Lou. Hi, this is Lou from Instagram. I got a lead. Here's Lou from Instagram. Who's Lou? Lou. Hey, it's Lou from Instagram. Go on, Lou. How can I help today? So there's a 4-part garage. We then have an outside maid and driver's room. You then walk through here into your main lobby. We'll then see you've got your first guest bedroom, which could be converted into a play area or an office to your right-hand side. To your left-hand side is your second maid room, hidden kitchen and downstairs toilet. Walk through here, we've got a nice open space that's going to bring a lot of light to the property with the indoor garden area. You then have your staircase, family kitchen, show kitchen, hidden kitchen is here. We'll go up to the 2nd floor now. So on the 2nd floor, you can see there's going to be 4 bedrooms on this. So this is your master bedroom. So you'll have full view of the bedroom, and then this is your master bathroom. Thanks guys, it was really good chatting. Have a great day, lovely speaking as always. Bye. So what I'm doing now is one of my clients is selling their property and they want to take advantage of the distress deals run out, and there's some great ones. What I use is I actually use Claude and then a thing called Whisper AI. Basically pull all the data in and do a comparison. And I tell you right now, if you're not using AI in every source of your business, you're going to fall behind, because the amount of more work I can get done. This would used to take me at least an hour. I chuck it to AI, it compares them all, puts in a report, and then we go back and analyse it with my client where we speak through what the report says. So let me say this. Hey Claude, I have uploaded the last 4 documents. Can you please read and compare the rental market to the selling market and what the yields would be on each of these properties, comparing what would be better, whether it be the apartments or the townhouses generate a higher yield for this investor. And Bob's your uncle. Do you use AI now?
At school? Yeah.
What for?
Everything. Homework, answers to questions.
Do they check it?
For English essays, that's it.
Really, they don't mind if you use it.
They don't know.
Oh, Do you know what I think though? Like, I find this really interesting. I feel like now at school, when I was at school, the way you were smart was getting the question correct, and that's how you differentiated if you were smart. Whereas now I feel in the real world is the way to be smart is to know how to ask the right questions, and that's actually how you exceed at life. It's no longer knowing the right question. We can get any question in an instant.
I agree.
Well, you can now get these things called AI things that sit on you, right? If you're writing stuff, it can just take all the minutes for you. So instead of you sitting writing the minutes at the end of the meeting, it will then upload it into minutes. Or if you're sitting and you have a mad idea and you say it, it just keeps a note of it, and at the end of the day, it gives you all the different notes. I was like, I need to buy one of those. Think how much stuff you would just never forget. Because you would just say it out loud as if you're speaking to yourself, and then it keeps note.
Yeah, and you probably don't even realise you're saying it.
What are you most excited for when you leave school?
Probably like freedom and just being able to do like what you want, when you want, and learning stuff and doing stuff that like benefits you. And
I feel like you're quite entrepreneurial though. This is so funny. Florence, tell them what you done last year when the Oasis.
no, I'm not.
This is so funny. So my sister loves making money because my mum and dad have always, and I think I've said it before, like my mum and dad are very big on, we don't care what grades you get, but as long as you have good work ethic, and we can do what we want as long as we have our own money. So I think we've always been pretty motivated to have jobs and work and everything because of that. And I think it's the reason we've all got such good work ethic. So Florence you would have been 14 last year, and Oasis was playing.
Well, they were doing their world tour and they were coming to Edinburgh Murrayfield.
So Florence said to my big sister,
well, it started off, we were going to go to the concert, so I'd ordered like Oasis bucket hats because bucket hats were like what they were known for, so everybody was wearing them.
And she got them on Shein,
yeah.
and she bulk bought them so she could.
Well, they came and I was like, oh, we could sell these, but it was kind of like a joke at first. But then we bought them, and we bought like 600 of these hats.
And what was smart about it is it had a 30-day return. So if they didn't sell, they could return them, so they wouldn't have stock lying, which I thought was really smart, especially being 40 and I probably wouldn't have thought of that 40. How many did you end up selling?
We sold like 500 just in one night, and we only did the one night, and then I went back up the next day with my friends and I took like 20 and I sold them all. We bought them for like £1.49 a hat, and we sold them for like £10 to £15 a hat.
I agree with that. My mum and dad were a bit worried at the start, like should we be dropping her off? But my big sister was like, I'll go with her, it's funny. And they were ended up making an absolute ball. So Florence has had a great time. She spends more money than most people with full-time jobs because she's made so much profit doing all this buying and selling. And I know we touched on earlier about your Vinted, but you even go on Vinted, don't you, and buy cheaper clothes?
And then resell them for more expensive.
So she's definitely got the buying and selling under lock. I've said to Florence this week, if you find me a lead that we can close on a property or in a business setup, I'll give her £1,000. So I feel like you are going to work. Very money motivated, aren't you?
Money's freedom.
So what we're going to do the rest of the day, I'm waiting for this report to be built, and then the rest of today you're going to start reaching out to people on LinkedIn. So I actually have an appointment setter that we reach out to people to book in meetings, because I think that's actually the best way to get conversion. I got it from my boyfriend. They all have appointment setters. It's big in the fitness industry, and what we do is from those appointment setters we follow up, and it usually takes between 3 and 6 months to close. I said whoever Florence connects with this week that we set in meetings, we got £1,000. And I'm going to get her cold calling, because I think that was the hardest thing. I think if you can door knock, cold call, I think you'll be absolutely fine in any role. And that's what we were speaking about when we said maybe you won't go to university, because when I went to university, my big sister went, we went to study business, whereas now we believe that to go to uni, you only really need to be, what? A lawyer, a doctor.
Yeah.
We really wouldn't say there's any point now in going for business, because with business is now adapting at such a fast rate with AI that the universities aren't even keeping up. What do you think you'd do after uni? Or school?
I don't know. Like, I actually have no clue. I just want to like travel, make a lot of money.
Florence is a really, really good skier that I'm obsessed. I think because I never got to do it because of COVID. I'm obsessed
I'd
with
like to
doing
do
the
a
skis.
ski season, go and teach in like France or Italy.
I think it's very hard for your generation because AI is now
like so massive.
Yeah. But what we all say in my family is the fact that Florence can sell and has initiative to make all these profits from Shein and rebuying and selling on Vinted, but none of us are worried. If anything, we should be bloody scared. Believe me, I honestly moved to Dubai when you were what, 10? You would have been 10.
Yeah.
And Florence sold my whole wardrobe. Came back the next summer and I had no clothes, and I was like, where is all my stuff gone? And you'd sold it.
On Vinted, yeah.
On Vinted. She's always been a lover for Vinted. This is funny, when my big sister was young, what did she do when we went on holiday when she was 16?
Oh yeah, she went to a car boot sale and decided to take one of the kitchen chairs and sold one of the kitchen dining chairs, just one of them, at the car boot sale. So then when we came back her holiday, we went to eat dinner, there was only like 4 chairs instead of 5 chairs.
And she said it was fine because she'd left the house. And her mum and dad ended up changing all the chairs because we couldn't all have family dinner. Bloody hell, do you know, Damat Lagoons is getting the best, right? See, this is why I think it's crazy now, because obviously my client is obviously going to still use me because I'm inputting this data. This is how I used to input everything, hence why it's kind of taught how to do it. If I spoke to a client, I'm such a perfectionist that I used to do these types of reports and send it. Now I have downloaded Whisper AI, so I speak to it, so I don't even have to type it. It takes me 2 minutes. Basically tell her what I want to do. Now I'll download this, send it to my client. We now have highlighted that the 2 best opportunities are either Damat Lagoons or Emaar Beachfront for the highest yield. They've both dropped, yeah, because of the current situation. Damat Lagoons has dropped 7%, Emaar Beachfront only 4%. So we do know it's more stable. Arabian Ranches is 9%. Now this is on live data. It's not me making it up. This is what I do with all my clients. I'm very analytical. I like to know what's today, not what we think it was, what I've rented one for. Like, we need to know the facts and data. And now I've built this full thing, and look, it's compared to every single one, what it's dropped by, what today is. Now, I would be saying the best 2 is Emaar Beachfront and Damat Lagoons. I also think they're actually in the best locations, and they've got more of a unique aspect. And it's saying Damat Lagoons technically is number 1 because the rental yield before was so high. Now, the reason it was actually so high is prior to the war kicking off, a 3-bed in Elan to Algaf, which is right above it, like Damat Lagoons is just there, was renting for between 195 and 250, depending where you got it. Whereas you could get a 3-bed at Damat right behind you for about 160, 170, which is the reason people were taking those occupations and why the rent was so high. So it is still a great option. Rents have obviously dropped a little bit, it's standard, but as long as you look at your investment for the next year or 2, I think it's a really strategic way still to invest, or Emaar Beachfront with it being waterfront. But yeah, it's just AI's mental. Florence, do you think you'll ever go into real estate?
I would like to. I think it's like a job that kind of get to decide your own day.
I mean, you don't get to decide your own day at the start, because remember when you used to come over and I just used to be sitting in the office all day?
Yeah, your day's like different every day though.
My mum and dad always said I was going to go into real estate because I was obsessed with selling Sunset, and that came out when I was at my final year of uni.
Oh yeah, and she'd made me go around all the neighbours' houses and post all the wee business cards.
The joys of having a little sister.
I think it's a good job to get into.
Yeah.
It's a lot of money to be made.
But I feel like you just can't get into it too young because it is very stressful, and I feel like you aren't really taken serious. I mean, some people probably won't agree with me, but I feel like you have to get some life experience, and that's why we said like maybe go travelling or getting a skill like cutting hair or something that you'll always be able to make money. But I mean, Florence is great at making money online, so she probably doesn't need that. But yeah, that's the end of the vlog today, guys. We are going to send this out. We're going to go to Club S, we're going to go to some Pilates, do a bit of calling out this afternoon, and yeah, that's
a wrap.
That's a wrap. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment what you want to see next week. Wish Florence luck on her, what is this called? Work experience. Hopefully she makes some money. If she isn't working for free, we get that deal closed from any lead she finds.
Bye guys.